Jupyter Notebook is one of the best way to learn Python because you can step by step see what all commands are getting executed, how they're getting executed. So if there exists a way where we can run Jupyter Notebooks in Visual Studio Code, that would be awesome, because Visual Studio Code is a very great IDE. It is compatible with almost all the languages. So in this video I'll be showing you exactly how to do that. So before getting started, welcome to my channel Techno Saviour. So I have created a folder called Python. Let's open this folder in Visual Studio Code and create a new file. As soon as I create a new file, I'll go ahead and quickly save it. But this time I'll be giving it an extension name. Okay, I'll be saving it in the name of demo.ipynb. ipynb is the extension for Jupyter Notebook, and I will be clicking on save. So after creating this new file, I'll be just opening the file, and as soon as I open it, Visual Studio identifies that it is a type of Jupyter Notebook and it gives us the interface so that we can write some code. So in this code, I'll be writing a program. We can swap two variables. For example, planet 1 is Earth, planet 2 is Mars, and we'll be just swapping both of them, like planet 2 comma planet 1 equal to planet 1 comma planet 2, and I'll be printing this planet 1 and planet 2. As soon as I try to click on enter, it's telling me that we need to install kernels from the marketplace. Again, we just need to click on it. It will automatically start installing the required kernels. First we'll be installing the Jupyter Notebook, and as you can see, the associated Jupyter key map also will get installed automatically. Let's wait for some time until all this plugin gets installed. So after everything is getting installed, we'll go back to our demo file and we'll click on run again. Now it is asking us which language or which interpreter of the Python we need to run it against. I'll be selecting Python 3. Let's click on the play button again. As you can see, we got three pop-ups. First of all, it is telling that we cannot activate the Python extension because it depends on the other Python extension which is not yet installed. On the top, we have one more pop-up telling us that do you want to install the recommended extension for Python. So we need to select install here, the first one. The second one, we will be just selecting the button install and reload. And in the third one, it is telling that the Python extension is required to perform this task. Click yes to open the Python extension installation page. We'll be selecting all three of them. So as you can see, now my Python is getting installed. After the Python gets installed, Visual Studio reloads itself because we have selected the proper buttons in the previous pop-ups. Now if you see, the Jupyter Notebook files starts coming with color codes, like the variables are now in blue color, the variable values are in orange color. If I click on play button again, now Visual Studio shows you a pop-up that running cells with Python version 3.7 requires IPy kernel package. So let's go ahead and install it. So after clicking on install, below it is telling that it is installing the IPy kernel. Let it get installed. It will take some time. Guys, even if your internet is fast, it will take at least a minute or two to install all the necessary packages. I'll be fast forwarding this and I'll be moving on after the installation what happens. Meanwhile, let me also go ahead and update the program so that it is a bit more readable. Okay, looks like the installation is completed, and below it is telling that connected to kernel Python 3.7. So it is connected. On clicking of play button, you see we are getting the swap planets. So the new planet 1 is Mars and the new planet 2 is Earth. So this is how we can quickly get started with Python in Visual Studio Code using Jupyter Notebooks. Now what will happen if we try to create a new file? Will it automatically get reflected? Let's try it out. So again, I'll be going to the get started page, create a new file, and here you get a new option telling that whether you want to create a file with the Jupyter Notebooks extension or not. If you remember previously, we had to manually give the Jupyter Notebook extension, that is ipynb. So on selecting the file, the Jupyter Notebook interface opens up. Let's write some quick program like print hello world and subscribe to Techno Saviour, obviously. But as soon as I click on run, again it is telling which of the Python languages you want to use. Guys, note that if we used something different, it will be trying to install the associated Python versions. So it's better to be using the same Python version again and again, unless you want to create different virtual environments and run different versions of Python in your laptop. So as soon as I selected a Python version, now the output comes as hello world and subscribe to Techno Saviour. Now your Visual Studio is completely up and ready to run the Jupyter notebooks. Hopefully you like this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button, and if you're new to our channel, please do subscribe. Thank you.